Wait, is my mic on?
Guys, are we really doing this?
Fuck it. Let's just start. Hey guys, and welcome to this week's episode of Sippin' Through Life. It's Gabby, and I'm here with Deani and Megan.
Hey. Hi.
I did okay with that.
You did great.
Besides, new episodes, whatever, I messed up with the word there.
It's okay.
It's not good to harp on the past.
I know, I'm sorry.
No.
Even a couple seconds ago.
Yeah,
it's fine.
True. The pressure, you guys, you have no idea. This is why I don't usually, introduce, because I just suck at it.
You conclude the episodes, though.
I know, I do it lovely.
Oh, my gosh.
And practice makes perfect, man.
Yeah,
Very
you
true.
should have heard how I ended the episode when you weren't here.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
And I love how you remembered to say something at the very end while I was gone. I laughed so hard.
Oh, yeah.
Our bad.
Oh, but you guys, how has your week been?
My week was actually really good, I guess you could say.
Nice.
It was a big week for me because I paid off a third of my loans this week. It's my first big girl
Amazing.
payment, and it was a crap ton of money.
It's bittersweet.
Yeah, I mean, it's bittersweet, but also in the same sense, while I was saving that money, I always had in my mind, okay, this amount of money is going to go towards your student loans.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's not as bad as just, it's there one day and then all of a sudden, my bank wasn't, identity wasn't stolen.
Yeah.
So it's I made the payment.
true,
It's not
I
I
know.
signed into my banking app and, 10 grand was gone.
I know.
It's okay.
Whenever, you, spend a shit ton of money, you're always oh, wow. It, really looks different in this bank account right now.
Yeah.
You feel
There's a
different.
lot more numbers in there before.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't realize until it's gone. And you're like, was that worth it? Yours was obviously worth it, though.
Yeah, completely worth it.
I'm so proud of you.
I know. It must
Thank
be
you.
so
My
exciting.
student loans are on deferment, so
Same.
Well, yeah.
racking it up right now. Whatever.
Anywho, no.
But how was y'all's week?
Well, Megan, you go ahead, because I have a story
Oh,
for y'all
okay.
that we can just end on. 'cause
My
I'm
week
excited.
is short and simple. It was just an okay week.
Yeah.
Kind of a long week for me. I don't know why. Did anyone's week feel so long?
It felt long.
Right?
It's been so busy, I think, for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like Monday was 100 years ago.
See,
even
I
remember
don't
what I
work
did.
on Fridays. And so I don't know what it is, but especially Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday just seem super quick to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because I work so long and then it's okay, you eat, you work out, you go to sleep, so
Yep.
repeat.
Yeah.
But this week did feel kind of long.
It felt so long. But, I had a lot of fun. Tina and I were watching all these old movies every night.
No.
Not when I say old, they're early 2000s. But
Pacifier?
no, I didn't watch The Pacifier.
Good.
But it was really fun just to do movie nights.
Yeah.
And I went to bed way too late, so maybe that's what contributed to the work week feeling so long. But whatever, it was
Well,
worth
that's
it.
so funny, because this week I've been going to bed late, every single night.
Really?
11:30, 12.
Me too,
And
12,
that's
12:30.
not my usual time.
12:30.
That's late.
I woke up oh.
I shouldn't have
I've
done
literally
Yes.
been going to sleep this week at 1 a.m.,
Oh.
2 a.m., and then waking up at 7 something.
that. How?
Well, you know what Noah did? So he's a Twitch star, whatever.
Yeah.
And my alarm goes off at 6:30 a.m. He's coming to bed at 6:30 a.m. And he has to
Shut
wake
up.
up for work at 9.
What?
He's insane. He is insane.
How's he not tired?
I don't know.
Who's he playing overseas?
No, this guy in North Carolina.
Why are they staying up till 6?
I don't know. That's when they all play. It's a group of them.
That's interesting.
No, it's so annoying because 3:30 hits and I hear Noah, God, what the hell? And I'm like, shh. I literally walked in as he was streaming, it's live. And I was like, it is 3:30 in the morning. Some of us have to get up and work with children in the morning. And I turned, I went back to my bed and I turned on the Twitch, on my app, on my phone. And he was like, oh, guys, she is not happy right now. And I was like, and I wanted to comment in the chat, yeah, of course I'm not happy. It's freaking 3:30.
Oh,
Anyways, we
my
support.
goodness. That's too funny.
Yeah, that's my week. It was really boring.
Well, my week, we had just an eventful thing happen that was actually hilarious. So, all right. So my in-laws own a house down on the Potomac, and we went down. They have a golf cart. All right. So we drive around the, little place around there on that. and it was the 4th of July. And there were people doing fireworks everywhere, okay? So we originally started driving around with the twins in the golf cart with my sister-in-law, and they didn't even make it. It got, so, like, to actually watch the fireworks. It was 8:45. They were done. They just wanted to go to bed. And I said, Rylan, just forget it. Like, let's put them in bed, and then we can all go for a drive maybe later.
Yeah.
So we put them in bed. It's like 9:15 at this point, pitch dark, and they're really going off. So we're like, okay, we'll go drive by the river, and we'll just watch them go off there, because you can see over to Maryland and, like, the fireworks there.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty cool. But we're on, like, the riverbank, or you know what I'm talking about, on the road.
Yeah.
And there's, like, little beaches there. Someone on the beach is, like, setting off a firework as we're passing by. And I'm like, Rylan, are they even allowed to do that? He goes, no, it's illegal on the beach here. And I was like, oh, we are driving past this person. It's probably a good 25 feet out, okay? And as we're driving by, the first one goes off. Straight up, bam,
and
loud.
it's the big ones.
It was the big ones. Like, they weren't messing around, okay? That one goes off. And as that one's going off, you're just noticing that the whole, like, rocket in general is just tipping over, okay?
Like, towards you guys.
Towards us.
Oh, shit.
Alright, so we are
no.
driving past, and when I say my life flashed before my eyes, because Haley's screaming, Rylan's screaming too, because I look at the beach and I just see mortars coming at me, and green, red, yellow, like, we were screaming, okay? And everyone around us is just watching. Like, we're the only golf cart. The other golf carts all stopped. Like, we're the only ones, and it's coming at us. We finally got away enough. Haley's like, watch what you're fucking doing! And I'm like,
He's right.
my drunk ass, slight drunk, was just like, there's fucking kids out here! And then people thought we were probably crazy because we just kept driving. We didn't even stop to yell at them. We just yelled and kept going. But
that is
what
like
happened.
a movie.
No, it was so traumatizing, you guys. Like,
Oh my god.
we got shot at by a firework.
That's
Like
scary.
a mortar, like a
That is
straight.
scary.
Yeah, Haley got a burn on her foot. Like, it was a whole, like, yeah.
Did they
Holy
apologize?
shit.
No, because we
No.
did not stop. I was scared. We yelled at them.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been burnt by a firework.
A sparkler, but like,
Yeah, I love to like throw the sparklers and try to catch them.
yeah.
My mom
I'll be
gets
honest.
so
We
mad.
honestly didn't really like do fireworks this year. We just
No.
kind of went watched, or drove around. But that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
Years
celebrate
past.
4th of July.
Yeah, we really.
I haven't
yeah.
celebrated 4th of July in years.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say
Makes
about
sense.
it.
Yeah.
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 No, I get it.
Yeah.
What a
But
week.
But yeah, I
Now
thought that
that we-
story was gonna be a little bit more exciting. Sorry, y'all.
No, that was so funny. That was such a good story. Have you seen Mike and Dave? Need wedding dates? It reminded me of like when they kicked the firework and it hit the trailer.
Literally.
Literally, that's all I was thinking in my head. And it's just like, oh.
It was scary. But sorry. No, go ahead though, Deani.
Oh, I was just gonna say, should we get into the sip of the week?
Oh, yeah. And this was
Yes.
Gabby's pick.
Yes. So
We have all the tea for you guys.
all the tea.
Love it.
But we're having the chai tea.
Now that was funny.
I wasn't expecting that.
Y'all, I swear by chai tea. I love it. Vanilla chais at Starbucks, or just like what I did, the box from Target. It's called, damn it, Simply something.
Something.
But it's like a blue box, and they have different flavors too,
Simply
like
Organics?
possibly.
That's like the Target brand? Simply Balanced?
Simply Balanced. It
Was it Simply Balanced?
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
So it was, and it's like $3 a box, and it just comes with the mix, and all you have to do is put ice in a cup, and then, or put it in the fridge, and then add milk, and you got yourself a little chai tea. I'm obsessed
good.
with it. Honestly, we'll probably buy this more now after having it, because like, let's be serious, going to Starbucks to get this is expensive
It's
every
like
day.
$6.
So if I can get that and it lasts me a couple days, it's perfect. And
Yeah.
they also have some that are infused with like espresso shot or like espresso in it too. So if you want a little bit more caffeine, you can do that too. So I highly recommend this, but I don't know how much the girls liked it. But
I mean, no, I loved it. I thought it was so good.
it's I love it.
I'm so excited. I have a new drink at Starbucks. Oh, I know something I did this week.
Oh.
I went to Starbucks. First time since quarantine.
Oh. Did they not have
No, they don't have a drive-thru around here. I mean, okay, I went like in the very beginning, remember?
Yeah.
Where like Gabby lives. But I went to the one right by my grocery store, and I did like the mobile, and I just was like, oh, we're back. You know what I mean? Like it just felt like a thing that I did pre-COVID.
Yeah.
So it was a nice
A
little
little slice
pick-me-up.
of normalcy.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Did I fuck up the mobile line? Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Honestly, wouldn't expect anything else.
The line was somewhere else, and I was like cutting people in line by accident. You can't really cut because you're waiting for your drink. You know what I mean? But I was like noticing people are lining up, and I was like, oh shit. But it was like too late. I had to just act like I didn't notice.
Yeah, just stay there.
It was embarrassing. And then I touched like someone's drink because they didn't show the name. So like, and I was like, oh, Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. I was like,
Did Kevin care?
No, Kevin wasn't in the building yet.
That's nice.
okay.
So for all Kevin knows is he's got
No, I am not sick.
asymptomatic hands. We're all over.
Oh, God.
But then
Starbucks.
I was also waiting there for like 5 extra minutes because my drink was already made, but I couldn't see my name. It was a dilemma.
Why would they have them facing so that you guys can't see
I
their
don't
names?
know.
Makes no sense.
But then I was like so shook because like as I was touching it and like people saw me put it back, I just knew like it was like glare, you know? And I was like, I'm never coming back.
There are so many things now though that like you wouldn't think about. Like I've also reached this point in quarantine where like I'm watching reality TV, I'm watching movies, and like I'm getting jealous of them like going out to eat places, or I'm like, oh gosh, no, you can't do that. COVID. I'm like, wait, this was filmed like
Or like watching people
BC before COVID.
Before COVID.
BC. That's what I'm saying. Like Starbucks, you just like walk in, like everyone's like, oh hi, you know, and like I walked in, I was like, what is this new place? I don't know how to do
You
this.
can't even like give a handshake.
I get
anymore.
nervous.
Like,
Yeah.
You can't do that kind of stuff. Which honestly, as an introvert, I'm not a very big people person anyways.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't affect me. But like other things that I like would have never thought about. I was getting out the car because I thought that I was gonna grab an iced coffee before we recorded, and then I decided not to. Because one, it gave me anxiety. Like I don't drink coffee, so like I don't know what to order. And Brianna refused to go with me to the McDonald's to order the coffee.
Brianna.
And so I don't know. It was just like very stressful for me. You guys know like new things like stress me out.
I know.
And I was like, she's like, you just asked for an iced coffee, French vanilla, and then asked for like extra pumps. I'm like, extra pumps of what?
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way.
And I'm like, how many?
It is confusing.
But I'm like, how
is.
many extra pumps? And she's like, I don't know until it's sweet enough. And I'm like, until it's sweet enough?
how
how do
much is
I know?
the one
And
pump?
she's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually ask for like 10. I'm like, 10 pumps?
pumps?
I'm like, Brianna. I'm like, that sounds like a lot. And she's like,
is a lot.
Brianna. She's like, no, it tastes really sweet. I'm like, okay, do I get cream? And she's like, well, I don't, but you can. And I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to get.
okay, we're gonna go to Starbucks.
Yeah, I was about to say we
But I
were
don't
gonna
like Starbucks. I just think it's like an overpriced
You know what?
coffee shop.
It is.
It is, but
I feel like I would want to try like a.
We can make one.
yeah, we can make
Yeah.
coffee.
Honestly, we should do a suggestion and we could
Like
do
a
it this
poll?
week. Yeah, and
Yeah.
see if like people can give us different coffee ideas that we can like make for next week or something.
Yeah, I love a good white mocha. So let
No,
me
I
just
have
put
had
out
that
there.
from Starbucks. The white mocha.
Please, and it's
Is it-
amazing.
Is
You
it
see, you
latte?
gotta try it with
Iced
raspberry in
latte,
it.
yeah.
With shots of raspberry in it.
I don't like
That's what
Oh,
raspberry.
see, I get it
I
with
don't either,
peppermint,
but it's
and it's
very good.
really good. It
Yeah.
tastes like Christmas.
Yeah, I love
tastes like
Starbucks. I'm
Christmas.
sorry. It's just, ugh.
Or we could just do
Miss it.
McDonald's and just do like a hazelnut
Oh,
coffee. They're not
McDonald's
bad. If you get
coffee?
iced
Brianna
hazelnut,
said it was really good, their iced coffee.
it's not
Okay.
awful.
Okay.
But I'm not like a huge iced coffee gal. Like I usually
Love an
just,
iced
like I
coffee.
said, chai teas are my thing.
Yeah, well, now they're my thing.
You're welcome.
So hyped. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Well,
Deani, what did you think though?
I'm not a tea person. I'm not a coffee person. But I am a like gossip person.
Ooh.
And that's why we actually picked the tea, because like this week's episode we are going to be spilling all the tea. Like I think that we're just going to be talking about like all the celeb gossip that happened this week, which like if you guys like know me, to the listeners, you know that like pop culture, celebrity culture is like my shit. Like I obsess over it. You could call me any day of the week at 3 a.m. and I will curse you out. But if you call me at 3 a.m. and you're like, did you see what the Kardashians did? I'm like, no, like I'm awake now. Tell me what happened.
What happened? Yeah.
This is your element.
This
You're
is my
ready.
shit. This is my shit.
So this is the episode for you, Deani.
I am.
We
I'm
are going to
excited.
just
I I like pop culture, but I'm
You
not.
do?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not like nowhere near your level.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
enjoy
I find
talking about it.
interesting. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just don't have.
But I don't go out of my way and look it up. Like,
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know what to look up, like
Oh,
and where to find information or just like.
I'm in like
rumors or
Facebook
any of that.
groups, Reddit threads.
that's what I mean. Like,
You see, yeah,
you're doing too much.
yeah.
You know?
No,
Like
I'm
I'm on
not.
Instagram. That's all.
That's where I get it. I just get
That's all I
Instagram.
get.
I'm like, oh wow.
And maybe
Yeah.
Snapchat if I follow some sort of people on
See,
there. but
I'm
that's
not on
about it.
Snapchat as much. Huh. But my overall
like, huh, add
thoughts
it to the list.
of the chai tea was the chai tea, was it a latte? Or is it just chai tea?
It's
I don't know.
Well, I guess technically it's just like chai tea.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
in there.
I don't like tea. It tastes a little spicy to me.
I should have put some more milk in it. Honestly.
Okay. Okay.
I thought it was perfect.
Thank you.
But like, I'm not the person to go to ask for like teas and like, I'm not that sophisticated. Like, ask me about like water.
Tea is sophistication.
I know, right?
It's so sophisticated.
You drink a tea when you got like a sore throat. It's not
Yeah.
that
No, I
sophisticated.
don't. I
No,
don't
just
like
meant,
tea.
What do you drink when you're sick?
Yeah.
Water.
What? That's warm.
Apple cider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I drink warm apple cider. When I was younger, it used to be like hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay. Rylan thinks this is so weird, but I swear I loved it growing up. My stepmom would make me warm Jello,
Oh.
Huh.
and like literally I know, but it's like because it would like coat your throat,
Yeah.
Oh,
like
and
the
then, like,
gelatin,
slides
so it would
down.
just like it wouldn't be like
You know what I mean?
That's really. I know, bitch. Like I'm a kid. Nothing sliding down my throat like that.
Oh my god, the way that you just did that you
Right? That's what I'm saying.
you're like it slides down.
Yeah, you guys. She's like holding her neck as she said
Like
that. So
rubbing
that's why I'm
down her
like,
neck.
Girl, it's Jello.
down. Whatever. You eat hot Jello, so.
Warm.
Is there like a
Don't you dare. It's
just for like
warm.
future references, is there like an amount of time that you leave it in the microwave so that it's
Oh no,
warm,
like,
not hot?
You make it. Okay, you're being a smart ass, and I was actually gonna sit
know.
here.
Is it like a.
Fuck you both. I'm not
30
answering any
seconds?
questions. But listeners, if there's anyone that is interested
How
on
much
how this
Jello?
works, I don't need you to make any comments. You can find me at Gabby
What
Closet
flavor?
on strawberry.
Is
Oh,
a particular
okay.
favorite
Only
flavor?
strawberry. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. You know
Don't
what?
do it with green apple, guys.
I'm gonna
It's
try
not
it.
funny, Dion.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try. You know what I love when I'm sick? A stomach ache, a little ginger ale, little bubbles.
I literally thought you were gonna say a bubble bath.
I do love a bubble bath.
When my stomach hurts, I like a bubble bath. I was like, oh, shocker.
Okay. It's true. It's true. Anyways, ginger ale hits when
Ginger
you're
ale
sick.
is the shit.
It's the shit.
It's
You
so
get the
good.
cranberry ginger ale?
Oh, yes.
Oh my god, it's Christmas.
It's delicious.
It's Christmas.
It's so good.
The holidays.
Okay,
Oh, goodness.
maybe jump us
Off
into the
topic,
today's
Okay.
episode.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to do the perfect segue, and then we kind of like
It was
went
good.
off,
I
but it's all
noticed
good. All right, guys. This week, like I said, the topic is pop culture, and I really feel that this week was crazy in terms of like celebrities and their antics, and so I like basically compiled a list of some stories that I found that were like interesting and relevant, and I just like want us to talk about them.
Okay.
All right. The first story, have you guys heard about Lady Antebellum, the country band, versus, I think her name is Anita White, the blues
Yes.
singer?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I did write down a timeline, but since you guys already know about it, we can just
Okay.
talk about it.
Okay. Why don't you like recap a little bit for the
Okay.
listeners, just in case they don't know?
Okay. So,
a little bit.
So on June 11th, following...
Okay.
The song popped in my head.
Okay.
Go ahead. Keep going.
On June 11th, following the murder of George Floyd, and in the middle of the country protesting systemic racism and oppression, the band Lady Antebellum announced that after 14 years together, they would be changing their name to Lady A, which I guess is... I'm not a big country person, but I believe that they said that it's like a nickname that their fans have gave them
Yes. That they've
for a
used.
very long time. But it was not trademarked, so they wanted to
Yes.
trademark it and
Okay.
make it like official for like... I don't know, legal stuff, like
Yeah.
copyright infringement, making money, I don't know, stuff like that.
Making records.
Yeah. And so in order to do this, though, they had to reach out to a woman named Anita White, and she is a blues singer. And it's important to note that she's a black woman. And she has been going by the name Lady A for more than 20 years. She's based in Seattle. Wow. And so basically, they had a Zoom call together. Lady Antebellum and Anita White, aka Lady A, had a Zoom call together, and then they both released a statement on social media that said negotiations are underway and healing is in sight. Then on July 3rd, Anita White sent over legal papers to the band requesting that she be paid $10 million so that they could have the right to the name. Like, they would pay her $10 million for the name. Lady Antebellum declined this request right away and is now suing her so that they can gain the rights to the name Lady Antebellum. And she was quoted saying, $5 million is nothing to them. I'm actually worth more than that, regardless of what they think. She's planning to use $5 million to rebrand herself. She doesn't have like a record label backing her or anything like that. And she was like, and then the other $5 million that she was requesting was for them to donate to charities of her choice.
Okay.
And so they declined it, and then she basically released another statement saying, I was trying to believe that they would realize that it would be easier for them to pick another name or to pay me for my name. But here we go again with another white person trying to take something from a black person. Even though they say they're trying to help, if you want to be an advocate or an ally, you help those you are oppressing. And that might require you to give up something, because I'm not going to be erased from history.
I agree with her 100%.
If the name is so fucking important to you, give her the money then.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't understand. Like,
and it's like, what? Everything they're trying, like you said, everything that the reason for them changing the name, they're doing to this woman.
Yep.
Right. I think that's where, like, my whole...
The
irony.
Yes.
The irony. It's like, okay, so they're changing their name. In their apology on June 11th, they said that they were changing their name because the name Antebellum it causes a lot of pain, and it's in relation to, like, the Old South, when there was, like, slavery, and... I mean, as people in the South like to say, like, the good old times, you know, when... Whatever. Well, it's not whatever. It's important.
Yeah.
But my other problem with Lady Antebellum, because I actually do like some of their songs. I'm not a huge country person, but I know some of Just a Kiss. I know that song. Is that...
Which one?
Kiss on your lips.
Yeah.
That's, Lady Antebellum. Is that
I Need You Now?
Oh, that's a good one.
Like, come on, Lady Antebellum.
Which... They have these hits, these big hits. They have $10 million.
That's what I'm saying.
They have $10 million.
They do.
So I don't understand.
And my other thing is that, like, they have a label, they have teams, they have countries. I mean, not country, concerts. They have a bigger fan base than her, and it's like, you guys have the money. What's $10 million to you?
But, like, what is she gonna do now that she doesn't? That's what her brand is made off of. It's
exactly.
her
20 years.
20 years.
Exactly. Longer than
Lady Antebellum, and that's not fair to her at all.
Yeah.
Because she's right. Then she is erased.
Right.
That's what her fan base knows her as.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous that they can't understand that when they're all artists.
Right. And I just think it's super, like, selfish, and it's also telling, and it's bringing to light, like, the bigger problem that's been happening since the Black Lives Matter movement. Protests have been going on, and George Floyd's unfortunate death, is that there's been a lot of performative activism. Is that what performative allyship. And it's basically like everybody
and
that was
performative activism. That's the same. Like, it's very similar. Yeah.
And it's like everybody that was so outraged is now like, okay, it's been a couple of weeks. Now I can go back to posting bikini pics and, like, never talking about it again, and never posting anything on my story that doesn't relate to this.
Right. I did my part. People know I showed up for 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah. It's like, no, just because you posted just because you posted a black square one day doesn't mean that you are doing things to fight systemic racism.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
And plus, it's like, even if you didn't post that black square, you should be learning more about it too. Because it's like, like you said, it's not going anywhere.
Right.
Like, it's...
I mean, it is telling. Like, all the people that you follow, like, all the influencers, celebrities, like, it is telling.
Yeah.
How quickly they can just, like, go back to, like, normal life.
Right. How much would you guys sell your name for? Like, if Beyonce came to you, Gabby, and was like, I want to go by the name Gabby Colazzo.
I mean...
Like, would you sell your name?
Yeah, I would.
I mean, I would.
I have no attachment to my name.
But me neither. I don't have an attachment to my name either.
See, I'm like so attached to my name.
I know. Which
Like,
I get it.
I'm
then.
so attached to my name. Like, I really don't feel like I could just sell my name. Because it's like for her, like
Easy.
take it.
like Lady A is
You
like
want Megan
her
Smith?
whole.
Go ahead.
Yeah, right. Gabby Closet. Go
ahead.
right ahead.
Lady
10
A
million.
is
15. No.
Meanwhile, you're on the side like, okay, just give me $15. I'll be fine.
I'm really okay with just a house.
Right.
So true.
But like Lady A is like really her whole brand that she like built up, and like I'm not saying that my name is a brand, but it's like I am super attached to it, and the fact that she's even willing to sell it to them when they could honestly
yeah,
She was
exactly.
being generous.
She really
right,
was.
and for them to like
do
flip the
that.
script and be like, now we're gonna like sue her.
But
It's like,
how is I don't see.
Also, if Lady Antebellum changed their name, like to whatever they want to be, they have the media and the platform that people will be like, oh, I know who they are.
right?
Still.
Why don't they change their name to like the Lady
not
Band?
to, well,
I don't know.
2 boys in it, I'm pretty sure.
And
Well,
to
they
me,
were already
I
Lady
don't know.
Antebellum.
My biggest issue though with them is that if you're trying to make a change though, and to not be what the problem is, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
with keeping the name Lady Antebellum, just because you put it to Lady A does not make a difference. We all know
What the A stands
fans,
for.
exactly.
Right.
We all know what it stands for.
I was thinking about that too when I like heard that they changed it to Lady A. I was like, but we all still know that it's Lady Antebellum.
Right, we
To
still
me-
know what the A stands for.
Yeah, it just like okay. That's
Why don't they just become the Lady?
so true.
Oh, there's that too. Yeah.
If your music's good, don't worry. Your name,
Exactly.
it doesn't matter.
Right.
Well, even that's like
Or why don't they take their
with the
initials and just make
Chicks.
it
It's
something?
the Chicks now that they were the Dixie
Oh, the Dixie Chicks? They changed it to
Yeah,
just the
And
Chicks?
now
Yeah,
they're
now
just
it's
the
the
Chicks. But it's like it's what
Oh.
they're a group that it's like. I mean, once you know the name, like you're gonna know. Okay, the Chicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
They
Chicks.
were the Dixie Chicks, and now it's like you just got to get used to saying the Chicks. But like to me,
Right.
that's a bigger change. I mean, granted, it's a funny name if it was like the D Chicks. Like obviously they couldn't do that, but it's like as if they did that. It's
Yeah.
like what's the difference?
I know.
Yeah.
Like now it would honestly be worse, but
Yeah.
but you know what I mean? Like there's no difference.
Yeah.
Lady
Oh.
Antebellum needs
I
to
know.
Get their shit together.
I really-
reevaluate.
I mean, I really feel I'm no lawyer, but I do think I have a pretty good moral compass. And if this lady has been going by Lady A for 20 years and she's created a brand around it, I think it's hers.
I don't think they can just go in and take
No.
it.
No.
Yeah.
And if
not
they
how it works.
are allowed to do that, like that's just the system
Yeah.
that's built to help them, allowing them to benefit from it.
Yep. Agreed.
End of story. All right. Next story.
Ooh.
As if 2020 couldn't get
Oh God.
any more bizarre,
Don't say it.
Kanye West has announced that he will be running for president of the United States of America underneath the Independent Party, a party that he has named the Birthday Party. This party is apparently a Republican-leaning, pro-black religious platform. On July 4th, he tweeted the following.
July 4th. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We must now realize the promise of America by trusting God, unifying our vision, and building our future. I am running for president of the United States. Hashtag 2020 vision. To which Kim Kardashian replied with the American flag emoji. Kanye also...
She was like, okay,
yeah.
let's do it, babe.
Kanye also, so he basically like did this interview, this like 4-hour rant interview with Forbes to announce his platform. And he basically said that he believes that Trump is the closest president we've had in years, allowing God to still be part of the conversation. But now the country is a big mess, and that Kanye stopped supporting Trump that he was displeased with Trump when he found out that he hid out in a bunker when the Black Lives Matter march started in DC.
That's when he was concerned about
Yes,
Trump?
he's very concerned. And he said that he is running on a platform to end police brutality and to begin policy reform. Additionally, he is anti-abortion, borderline anti-vaccination. He wants to return prayer to public schools, and he is anti-death penalty. He also made this is like
Sorry, church and state.
right, freedom of religion.
Yep.
But he also made attacks on Planned Parenthood, which is very frustrating to me. And he said Planned Parenthoods have been placed inside cities by white supremacists to do the devil's work. To which Nia Martin Robinson, the director of Black Leadership and Engagement at Planned Parenthood, responded by saying, Black women are free to make our own decisions about our bodies and our pregnancies, and we want and deserve the right to have access to the best medical care available. Kanye then went on Twitter, and I believe he deleted his tweet about Planned Parenthood, and then in that place, he tweeted pictures of his 4 kids. And as of today, July 10th, Kanye has registered to vote in the state of Wyoming. So, what are y'all's opinions?
If anyone actually entertains this, acts like this is a legit thing,
It's a vote for Trump.
you gotta, no.
Like, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, and
Go ahead, Gabby.
this person, I mean, he came out and saying he's, for the Black Party, but it's like, or, something like that, yeah. But it's like, this is the same man, didn't he say...
Slavery was a choice.
It was a choice?
Right.
It's like, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
I actually the other day found... go ahead.
I'm sorry. And
go
just
ahead.
one more thing. It's like, I mean, what this woman said, like, coming out, the woman from Planned Parenthood, it's like, Black women, yes. And it's like, Kanye... you have 2 daughters.
Yep.
That it's like, really, like, God forbid anything happens to them. And again, I get it's a woman's choice. That's your business. It's none of mine.
Yep.
You just don't know what could ever happen. So I just don't think that should be. I'm just really frustrated. I'm sorry. I'm going off, but I'm frustrated.
No.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm just all over the place with it.
I mean, I, at one point in time, really was a big Kanye fan. I felt like he was misunderstood. I felt like, oh my gosh, it's the Gemini in him. I'm a Gemini. I'm like, a lot of people misunderstand our, like, highs and lows and mood switches and blah, blah, blah. And then he made the statement about slavery being a choice. Mm-hmm. And it later came out that he was in the middle of a manic episode when he was on TMZ saying that stuff, and a couple of days later he was like admitted to the hospital because he was in like a really deep depression, or he's like, I guess I don't know how bipolar disease works. Is it disorder or disease? Disorder. I don't know how that works, but I guess he was in a manic episode and then dropped off. Is that how it works?
Yeah, so like you get like super high and like it's like your reality is like distorted.
Okay.
Because you're being manic.
Yeah.
And then you come down and you get a really, really low like depression.
Okay.
So it's like high and intense mood swings on the opposite spectrum.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I heard that Kanye was running for president, I think that it's really important that young people, especially like our demographic, our age range, and also like the beginning of Gen Z who are like 18 and starting to vote, I think it's really important that you guys pay attention and actually don't vote for Kanye as a joke.
I know.
Because we saw what happened in the 2016 election when like young people started voting for like Harambe as a write-in, and like do you guys see who's in the president's office or like position? Like that's what happens when you guys like make a joke out of these elections. Like it's so important, and like don't allow this to split the votes. Don't forget that Kanye said that slavery was a choice. Like that's a big statement to say. Like it's really hard for me to believe that he's so pro-Black when he would say a statement like that, you know?
Don't vote Kanye.
All right, guys. The next story, which I really think will help us to, like, deep dive. This is something that we've, like, really investigated, listeners, so, like, get ready for this. This next story is #Free Britney.
My girl Brit is in a toxic situation.
Oh,
you like how I
good
did that?
placement right there. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. It's a taste of you're toxic, living on. Great song.
Good job, you guys.
That's a good song.
It's a good song, yeah.
All right.
Britney. Where do I begin?
Right, honestly, like, where do I begin? I guess I'll begin here.
Answers your own
Okay,
question.
go ahead.
Sorry, I like meant to answer that in my head. Sorry. But like I growing up was not a huge like Britney stan. I don't know, I just wasn't a huge Britney stan.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, what?
Stan, like,
You weren't? I got her
No.
CD when I was in kindergarten.
Oh,
And I just loved her.
I guess we were kind of a Christina Aguilera household.
Oh, okay. What about you,
Okay.
Gabby?
I mean, I guess Britney Spears.
Yeah.
I had her album. The
Me
one where
too.
she's sitting there with the pink background.
Oh, really?
Oh, I had the one with like the
That's
curtains, and then like she's like
Oh,
going like
she's like
this.
that.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, I did it again.
No, I didn't have any of her albums.
Would you hide?
But I definitely knew her songs growing up.
Yeah.
And honestly, I kind of forgot about her
For a little while.
for a little
She
while.
hasn't done anything.
I forgot about her. And then at the beginning of 2020, I found a comedian on Instagram and I became obsessed with her. And it all started when I looked at her highlight. Her name is Heather McMahon. And I looked at her highlight and she had done like a deep dive, maybe like at this point, it's like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And she did a deep dive. And if you guys want to go look at it, it's called Britney 911 on her profile.
It's incredible.
It's so, so good.
It's so good. I've watched it like twice now.
Oh, I need to rewatch it.
I rewatched it just for today's
I've
episode.
seen some of them.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I gotta go.
See, I watched TikToks today for today's
Yeah.
episode.
You see,
Yeah.
same.
Gotta prepare.
And I thought again. I told Megan I thought it'd be good that I could be from a listener's perspective that knows some,
Yeah,
but not
all.
everything. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
You're welcome, y'all.
I'm on your side.
yeah. So basically, everybody knows I'm like addicted to TikTok. It's my life. I really can't change it anymore. And I'm on conspiracy theory TikTok. And there are many conspiracy theories about Britney Spears and that she is being held hostage. Megan, do you want to give the Britney 911 perspective?
Yeah.
Okay, you can start there because I really think that gives people a good like background, foundation.
Okay. Where should I start with Britney 911? Okay. Well, you help me out with the dad thing because I don't know as much.
Oh, okay.
So they're saying that Britney's dad owns her.
Yes, he has a conservatorship over her after her breakdown in 2007.
Where she cut her hair.
Yes.
Yes. And basically, she's not allowed to like do anything. The only thing that she has freedom over is her Instagram.
Yes.
And that's
And
why
her TikTok.
I think, and her TikToks now, excuse me. And I think that's why it gets a little wild because Britney is slowly putting out messages like, help me.
Yes.
And like, she put like a lock and like a key and was like, I just need to unlock to the next world. Like, she's always saying these like cryptic things. Like, there was like this little girl photo and she was like, this little girl looks so happy and free. And like, she's always just alluding to the fact that
freedom.
she is not free.
Yes.
And like, her team... the people around her control her entire life to the point where she can't even have fucking friends. They have to go in and sweep the entire premise and then be like, okay, Brittany, you can come in now. She has no control over her entire life.
Yes.
And it's so sad.
It's so sad.
I didn't think it was that bad. Like to that point, at least, you know.
Right. And then also, I saw this TikTok clip where MTV did like a documentary style on her. Must have been over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And she's talking in it and she like says like, you know, I'm a Sagittarius. We really like to be free. And so then like you just like look at her life, you see all these instances where she's like alluding to being free, like wanting to get out, wanting to just be free. And then all of a sudden I traveled back in time like I was that's what Raven travels to the future, but like I traveled back in time and I was brought in my mind to a memory of me being like, I don't know, really young, and because I don't know the age. And have you guys heard the Britney Spears song "Lucky"?
Yes, that song is iconic.
I feel like it's like foreshadowing.
Lucky, this
Hollywood girl, doom doom,
and they say she's so lucky.
she's a star, but she cries in her lonely heart, thinking if there's
That song was sad as fuck, and I knew that as a kindergartner. I said,
yes.
"Ooh."
I was like, oh, I was like sitting
Brittany, I
looking out
feel
the
you.
window in my car seat, like crying.
No, but like, there's this okay. I don't even know how to do this because there's so much. One, what the fuck is going on with her under eye? With all the black makeup. I think she got a tattoo and it was terrible, and so now she just like layers it on.
I have that in my notes right here.
Why does she have a gap tooth now?
It's so insane.
Someone get this girl some freaking hair. Like, get the extensions out and just go
Just
natural.
give her a
Like,
deep conditioner or
Yeah, yes.
something.
That's in my notes too.
like and then the voice.
The voice.
It's Brittany, bitch.
No.
My name's
But it's not. That was a period. Now on TikTok, she's like, "Hi guys," like it's very like a mouse. Like,
dude, I think she's on uppers.
I don't know what they're giving her.
Because
like
she is like,
she's like spinning out of the dancing videos, the twirling. She's like a tornado coming into the room and then jumping and leaping and dancing and blah. And then she's like, "Okay, guys, bye, bye," touching her hair. Like,
well, I just don't get why she walks out of the frame and then walks right back in.
Oh my gosh, with
Hey, I'm back.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm back. Wait, it's like Brittany.
the Pride Month message where she's like, "Baby."
Yeah, I was just like, why, what? And why would you post that one though?
I don't know.
I think she thought maybe it was funny. I really feel like, guys, like the real Britney is in there, and I think she's trying to send us messages. Because on TikTok, when she posted the Pride Month TikTok, then somebody commented on it and it was like, because this was like kind of it was a couple weeks ago, and people were like, "Brittany, are you okay?
Like, you good?"
And so then somebody commented,
you okay?
And they were like, "Brittany, if you need help, wear yellow." And then the next video, she wore yellow. And then in that video, people were like, "Brittany, if you're being like held against your will or something like that, wear blue." And then in the next video, she wore not just blue, baby blue. So it's just like weird stuff.
Yeah, it's like she's in my opinion, it feels like she's stunted, like she had a traumatic childhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now she's stuck at being 18. She wears the Sophie shorts. Like, we all wore those in 6th
so
grade.
low-rise.
They're so low-rise. She's, like, constantly talking in, like, a weird baby voice. There's just, like, she has, like, tiny furniture in her gym.
Oh, yeah. She burned down
She
her
burned
gym?
down her gym at the start of quarantine.
What?
Yes. Brittany.
Yeah.
Brit, my girl. My girl. Listen,
Brittany, bitch.
I just really feel like the media has never let her recover from the 2007
No.
incident. Even though, like, even if you look at videos of her from when she was on X Factor, her voice then was like normal-ish.
Yeah.
Like when she would talk. I'm not talking about her singing voice. Also, oh my gosh, there's a whole conspiracy theory on YouTube when you go and you look at her like tryout tape for Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or something like that. Her singing voice is like very deep. It's very like almost like a Christina Aguilera. Like she had a really like wide range. And then basically like music execs were like, that's not gonna sell. Like basically sex sells. And so then they made her like, you know, like the schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
They sexified her as a
as a child.
Yeah, as a child.
And as you guys will see with the whole Jeffrey Epstein, which by the way, he didn't kill himself, he was killed. There's a lot of like pedophilia. There's a lot of like nasty shit that goes on in Hollywood with kids. Even in DC, I'm sure, with like the politicians and stuff with kids.
Yeah.
Like it's nasty. It's
is.
disgusting. And like
Disgusting.
I don't understand how like I don't know, maybe it's not the parents' fault, but like if they know, then it is their fault. Like how do you put your kid in this situation?
Exactly.
But like I just don't understand like how we have Britney Spears and then we have Jamie Lynn Spears.
That's what's
True.
so frustrating
Like,
too. That it's like,
What is happening? Because like they grew up in the same household, so they have to have the
But
same.
not really, because Jamie Lynn is so much younger than Britney.
And plus,
and Britney was already like a star.
Exactly. And Jamie Lynn started, but then when she got pregnant,
Yeah, but
they
she
moved
don't
back to like
they pulled-
Louisiana.
they pulled her from all of that, from Nick and everything.
I remember when they canceled Zoe 101.
was
That
so
was a
sad.
sad day
Such
for me.
a sad
And then like
day.
parents were like started to talk to their kids about sex and stuff. I'm like, listen, I just want Zoe 101 to be back on air.
right?
You don't have to like give me the sex talk.
No,
I'm
I
good.
don't
I'm
need
really good. I don't want to
even
have any
know why
kids.
she left. Like,
No.
it was
What was
so
that-
funny
What
though.
was that theme song?
I know. No,
You
that's not.
see?
Is that it?
No, that's
No.
iCarly. That's iCarly.
Oh, damn.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh yeah.
Dun,
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 dun, dun, dun, dun.
Cause you see me standing there. Do I look good, my dear? Do I look good today? If you wanna play, come and play today. Let's just get away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember how she ended it? Yeah. She kind of sounded like Britney. I don't know, dude.
The nays,
The Spears family, though. This
They
dad
have
is
a
fucked
brother.
up.
Did you know?
No.
They have a brother?
Yeah.
Is he youngest?
I think he's the middle.
So
Interesting.
I
Gabby,
think it's
no idea.
Brittany, brother, Jamie.
you were saying that like Britney's boyfriend now has control of her money.
You see, yeah, someone.
Damn.
You see, this is where. So my sister-in-law said that supposedly the dad has all control, but he recently got almost like approved by the dad or something to be not like all the finances, but is able to make some choices with her, I guess. I don't know 100%. I could be wrong, but that's
Can you
what
imagine
she
being in
makes it
your
seem
30s and your dad is like, you know what? You're not getting the money, but your boyfriend is going to get the money.
No, she's definitely in her 30s, but she's
like
closer
late
to
30s.
40.
Yeah, late
she's
30s.
30.
Okay.
And like she has 2 boys, and I just like feel so bad for her.
She doesn't
kids.
get to see them.
I know, but like, would you want your kids being around? Her behavior is
No, but at one point in time when her and Kevin Federline were like, I think they were like 60-40. Like she had 40% of the time, he had 60.
Yeah.
She was doing good. Like her Instagram page was like normal stuff of like a mom with her boys.
Okay.
Like it
So
wasn't
sad.
very like pop starry, but it was just like, oh, like look at what my sons did today. And like
I'm sure
playing,
losing her kids pushed
playing
her to
pranks on her.
Exactly. It's not
But then her
helping.
her dad put her into this like rehab facility, and I just believe that they are like pumping her with like drugs of some sort, and then she like lost basically all visitation rights, I really feel like. And also her son came out and said that the dad
was like a jerk, like
like abusive or something like that. And so then Kevin Federline put a lawsuit against the dad as well.
Oh, the granddad.
And I think that the granddad or like got a restraining order, and so like the granddad's not allowed around the sons.
And so that would mean Brittany can't because they live together, right?
Right, and she has to have. I'm pretty sure it's supervised visits. Yeah.
Oh, this is so sad.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because like a lot of people think it's funny to watch Brittany do that all.
No.
And it's just like, this is sad. Like a healthy functioning person wouldn't do these kind of videos.
No.
Like
I really think that she's like trying to send out a message though, because like
secretly,
I just can't imagine being almost or closer to 40 than I am 30. Like I can't imagine being that old and like not being able to like make decisions for myself, not being able to have control over anything in my life.
Well, especially when you didn't have it doesn't seem like you got much of a choice to
begin with.
Yeah,
being a
so
child,
it's like being a child, and now like you said, being a grown adult and not being able to do anything for yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
and she has no friends.
Yeah. And then like
She's so lonely.
before COVID, like I mean, like I just
And how would you trust anybody after that?
that's true though. Like,
but I heard that her boyfriend is like good for her.
well, then maybe like it's not a bad thing.
who's-
Yeah.
but who's
if
saying
that financial thing is right from what I heard.
Well, I
but-
heard it from Heather McMahon.
Oh, okay. But then Heather said it. I have to believe
Because
it.
I don't know. I just like believe Heather McMahon.
Yeah.
But she was saying that like ever since her boyfriend's come into her life, like it seems like he's really trying to fight to like allow her to have more independence.
Oh, okay, good. Well,
that's
she needs
good.
someone in her fucking corner.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing. Like she's dropping hints to all of us. But like I don't know how to help her.
I just
It's so
Brittany.
true.
I feel like I'm in like escape room and like I'm not getting the clues. I'm
know.
not getting the hints, and I
Yeah.
can't unlock the next
Like
box.
I see him. I see him, Brittany. I see him. Okay.
I see the cry
It's
for
like,
help.
it's
Who do I go to?
Right.
like if she like
Drop where you live, Brittany.
she
We'll
wouldn't have
storm
done it if she wasn't like needed the help.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like wearing the yellow and then the blinking. It's like and then the blue.
Oh, the blinking one. That was
and then,
another
so
one.
it's like
Also, she's been picking like I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like all the songs in her TikToks are so like they have messages behind them. Like I think she did one to like The Weeknd, and I was listening to the lyrics, and I was like, oh my god, like this is telling. I don't know what the song was, but it was like The Weeknd was basically saying like I want to get out, like there's something I need to do too. Like go back and listen to the music
need
choices
to,
that
yeah.
she picks because they're like really like notable songs. But then I'm like, ooh, that's kind of a dark message right there. And like, why did you snip in that part of the song?
yeah.
I don't know. Pay attention, guys.
Did you guys watch her question and answer that she did?
No.
I think it was on Instagram.
I don't think I saw that.
It's like a post. It's like 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
But she was like, hey guys, so I noticed some common questions. I'm going to answer a couple of them. And the first one was like, what's your favorite song that you've ever done?
I did see this.
And she was like, my favorite song that I've ever done is Toxic. And you're like, out of all
My
the
favorite song
songs?
is Toxic because
Okay.
my life is toxic.
Right. And she goes, it's toxic. And, well, I don't really know why it is, but it just is. And I'm like, I think that's a clue.
I know.
I think that's a clue.
My head is spinning.
And then
about
she
this all.
she had
I
another
know.
one that was like, it was like, what's your favorite song overall? And I think that I don't remember what she said. But then
remember either.
I should have rewatched that.
It's so hard to like, because like you're listening to what she's saying, but you're like so distracted by her appearance, and like you're just like, oh my god, Brittany, I gotta rewatch this like 100 times.
But they said that because I have in my notes that like the hair extensions that like basically look like they're falling out. They say that like she doesn't let anybody do her, like she can't sit still long enough to allow anybody to like this was when she was she had her residency in Las
Yeah.
Vegas, like she would, like, the hairstylist would, like, try to, like, straighten her hair or whatever, and then she would, like, be, like, freaking out on them, and that she did get the eyeliner tattooed on her eye so that she didn't have to sit still in the makeup chair, and then it, like, went wrong, so then now she just, like, draws
this
black
is very,
really
like,
heavy.
childlike behavior,
Like
not being
rebellion.
able to sit down and, like, focus in on something. Like, that's like a toddler, like, trying to, like, you know, get dressed. They're all, like, flaring their arms. So,
Well, and then
then
just
there
think,
was a
too,
video.
like, she's had people touching at her, messing with her
Exactly.
her entire life. I mean, I don't blame her for
shaving her hair.
Shaving her head. Like, trying to figure out something with a tattoo just to be like, get the fuck off my face.
Agreed.
Don't touch my hair.
Just don't touch me. Like,
Don't
just, like,
touch
leave me alone.
Yeah. Like,
her body has been dictated her entire life, too. Like, I'm sure they keep her on a strict diet.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I'm sure when she gained weight that her dad had a lot of nasty things to say. Like, she has literally no control, not even over her own body. So, like, I think shaving her head was, like, a moment of, like, this is my fucking hair and I can get rid of it.
Well, and if you look at looking back now, in the moment, they did make her look crazy.
Yeah,
They did.
The
The
photos.
photos now, knowing so much more about her life, the shit she's gone through.
Because I watched an interview from the lady who owned the hair salon or something like that, and she said that Britney came in and was basically like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of them. Like, that they apparently, like, her team and her management and whatever, like, everybody back then apparently was, like, obsessed with her hair, and it, like, always had to be perfect. It always blah, blah, blah. They were always dyeing it and touching it and blah, blah. And she was like, I just want to be left the fuck alone. And she, like, came and she's like, can I please just, like, shave my head? And the lady was like, sure.
She just doesn't want to be famous. She wants to be living in
Louisiana,
teaching cheer.
Teaching cheer.
Dude, I
on
love,
a bunch
like,
of land.
watching her perform is like just like half-ass moves.
Yeah.
She's just like, and then she's like, gotta pull the ponytail
Oh, the hair will be down for 5 seconds, and then she pulls it. She's about to go in. She pulls the hair up into a ponytail. Extension is showing. She doesn't give a fuck.
No.
And she's like, listen, it is what it is.
It is.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
Yeah.
And, you know, people who really stan her, they don't throw a fit. They're just like, Britney, I'm excited to be here.
I know.
And I hope that you get better.
And like in all her photos with her fans, she looks terrified.
Oh, gosh.
She's like,
because she doesn't want people touching her.
Yeah.
Again,
She doesn't want
she's
to
been
be there.
touched. Just like, your hair, this, your clothes, that.
I mean, I can only imagine because, like I've already said, like, I'm not really a people person. I don't really like being touched. So, like, being constantly touched and, like, fawned over. I mean, she's been in the spotlight since she was, like, probably 16, 17. Probably before that because she was on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yep.
That's, like, your entire life. So now I get what you're saying when you're like, she's probably stunted because she didn't get to, like, grow up and have a normal
stunted.
life. Which is why I think the difference between her and Jamie Lynn is that, like, Jamie Lynn got out at 16.
Yeah.
But
Even though she had to become a mom.
I don't
but,
know.
like, she still got to go back.
it just begs the
normalcy.
question, like, if the dad is this restrictive to Britney, you have to imagine that there was some overflow onto Jamie at one point when she got her start. So I think that
But then
they have
their
a
parents
shared
got a
trauma.
divorce.
Yeah, but like,
And I feel like the mom more so was with Jamie.
Okay.
Whereas the dad was like, he was literally Britney's manager.
I don't know, it just sucks. I think
don't
that family
think
has a lot
that's
of
right
horror
to begin
stories.
with. I just
Yeah.
don't think parents. I know you want to be there. I mean, celebrity, whatever, and be supportive. But it's like, I think it would. It just doesn't seem healthy that the dad's in charge of the money.
Yeah.
Same thing
no,
with like Kris Jenner. No offense, momager, but it's like it's one of those things that it's like
Got
I
your
just
10%.
that's what it's like. You're doing it for the money.
Well, yeah, your family becomes business partners
exactly.
now.
And I
like,
just think that's a little too much.
everyone knows when you mix money in the equation, things can get real
Yeah.
nasty real quick.
and
Right,
just
because
how
then it's
big Britney was, I just don't think her dad should have been
Yeah.
the manager.
Jamie.
Like she,
and then it's
she's
also
huge,
like,
you know
Yeah,
what
but
I mean?
he wanted to do that because now look at his life.
right.
Oh yeah.
Because then it's also like, I don't know, like just imagine like if your parent is your momager, dadager, whatever, and then it's like, okay, like I'm feeling really down, but am I going to get to talk to my parent as like my mom or my dad, or am I talking to them as my manager?
Yeah.
You know, like that
And,
sucks
like,
to have to question.
They're
it.
always having like the PR face on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or it's like I'm at dinner and I'm just telling you about like a funny story, like a crazy night that I had, and now you're not like lecturing me as my parent, you're lecturing me because it's bad press.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unhealthy. It's
It's
no boundaries.
Yeah.
That
it's
ain't
just-
it.
Oh,
Yeah. No. I'm sorry, Brittany.
sorry.
Gabby,
Yes.
would you, sorry, before we go.
Yes.
I know that there are so many like child stars who have like gone off the deep end. Lindsay Lohan, Mary Kate and Ashley, the list goes on and on. Orlando
Bynes.
Brown, Amanda Bynes, Bynes.
Bynes.
I just finished saying Orlando Brown.
I know.
Would you ever put your kids in like pageants or acting or modeling? Because I feel like people really like twins.
I would. I think people really like twins.
They just like for like baby for baby actresses, like
I've had so many people tell me like you should start, do this, do that, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what if my kid doesn't want to do that? Like, what if they don't want to do that? Like, if they came to me once they got older and it's like, okay, I want to do a pageant, then it's like, okay, Rylan and I will talk about it. Like, you're dad now. But this young, no. I just think it's like, have fun exploring, have fun just
There's no need.
Family. It's just too much.
There's no need for kids to be working when they can't even speak yet.
Yeah.
I just don't think, I think
wild.
And that's a lot of pressure to put on a kid when they don't even understand the pressure.
Even like 6 or 7, like think about it. You don't really understand. You just think, oh, I'm going to be famous. I'm on Disney Channel. But like, you don't know what that entails. I mean, look at
exactly.
I don't know.
Can we do a whole other deep dive into Disney Channel?
We totally should. Next episode.
Yeah, because we grew up on Disney.
I was a Disney kid.
Me too.
Oh, love Disney.
Okay.
So bam.
Thank God for him.
Well, guys, thank you so much, Megan and Gabby, for giving me this joy of talking about truly like the one and only topic that like brings happiness to my heart, which is pop culture.
I'm so happy we could do this for
really
you.
makes my heart smile.
Like literally, this was all an episode just for you to take the reins.
Thank you guys.
Go right ahead.
I hope you guys enjoyed the topics.
Oh,
I do.
did.
I hope everyone checks out Heather McMahon, Brittany 911 because like there's so much we didn't even get into that.
We really just grazed the surface.
She is the detective on the case, and she's gonna crack it.
Yep.
I mean, she kind of already did crack it.
Right. She definitely.
Now she just has to get in there.
Yeah.
Get our girl Brit out.
I believe in her.
I know she can do it.
Free Britney.
Yeah. But as we said, it's the end of the episode, friends. So don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. Share our podcast with your closest friends, and feel free to follow us on social media. You can follow me at Sippin'. Oh shit! You can find me at Gabby Colazzo, and then find Megan at.
Hey, it's Megan.
And you can find me at Life of Diani. And you can find our podcast page at Sippin' Through Life.
Bam, you guys. Till next time, sippers.
See you guys next time.
Bye.